Are you familiar with Chat GPT? Well, if not, get ready to have your mind blown. Chat GPT is an artificial intelligence bot developed by OpenAI. Basically, you can ask it any question you have or even have a conversation with it, and it will generate human like responses. Now, to get there, just open up your browser and type chat.openai.com in the search box, and it will take you right to it. You'll need to put in your details and sign up, and that's it. So basically, if you have a question, well, Chat GPT has an answer. And if you want a more detailed response, you can get that as well. But it is for so much more than just asking questions. You can ask it for recipe ideas, directions, job ideas, or, like I said, general knowledge questions like, what is the capital of Malaysia? Do you know? Do you know? Well, Chat GPT knows the capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. But you know what? You can also ask it for advice like, how can I get more motivated? Or how can I stop eating so much sugar? It's unbelievable. Check it out.
You can literally ask it anything. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a question that I have because I'm finding that right about now, people are pretty shitty. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about it. Well, of course, it's important to understand that not all people are shitty and that each person has their own unique background, experiences, and circumstances that shape their behavior. However, it is true that some people can exhibit negative behavior towards others, which can be hurtful and damaging. There are many reasons why people can be unkind or hurtful. Let's see, trauma in their own lives, mental health issues, addiction. Oh, some people may lack empathy or have an inflated sense of self-importance.
Okay, maybe that was for me specifically and my own needs right now. So what else can you use it for? Let me show you.
Okay, so for example, I used to date this guy whose dad was from the Ivory Coast. And one day he said, you know what, I'm going to cook dinner for you. And I'm going to cook a recipe that is something that we eat often in our family. And I asked him what it was. And he said it was like this African peanut stew with beef and tomatoes. And I thought, that sounds like a really, really odd combination. But he's like, no, trust me, I'm gonna hook you up, make you this delicious dinner. And it was so delicious. Now, that was about 20 years ago. So obviously I do not know the recipe. So I went to Chat GPT because I'm exhausted all the time. And maybe because I'm mostly vegan, I thought maybe I should eat some beef, but that's another video, right? So I went to Chat GPT and I asked for a recipe. So this is what it looks like when I asked for a recipe for an African peanut butter stew. Okay, so here you can see I typed in ingredients in African peanut butter tomato beef stew. Even though I spelled ingredients wrong, it was able to understand what I was saying. See how I spelled it wrong up there? Yeah. Anyway, so it says African peanut butter tomato beef stew is a delicious and hearty dish that typically includes the following ingredients. So yes, it went ahead and it listed the ingredients for me. And that was really helpful, but this was not an actual recipe. So then I asked it for a recipe. So I said recipe, but I wasn't clear enough because it was telling me that it needed more information, like what kind of recipe. So then I said a peanut beef stew, and then here you can see, here is a recipe for an African peanut butter beef stew. And there it is, and voila, it has diced tomatoes and tomato paste in it. So even though I didn't list those actual ingredients, those ingredients were in the stew. And also the instructions on how to make it, everything was there. And I'm telling you, I made this and it was delicious. I don't exactly remember how it tasted 20 years ago, but this one was really good.
Okay, unbelievable. Is your mind blown yet? But look, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Are you starting to think about all of the ways that Chat GPT is going to save you time? I know, it's unbelievable. But wait, there's more. Check this out.
But look, you can also ask for remote job ideas. I think nowadays everybody's trying to get a remote job. because they're trying to either leave the United States or just basically work from home to spend more time with their family. They don't want to commute. I don't know. There are a lot of reasons, but let's see if they have any suggestions. Digital marketing specialist, content writer, virtual assistant, graphic designer, web developer, online tutor or teacher, customer service representative, data entry specialist, social media manager, or a translator. If you want me to show you how this can be more interactive, I might say, all right, let's see. Which questions should we ask? All right, customer service rep. I think that's a job that a lot of people can do. So let's ask if anybody's hiring for customer service. And you will see that it can't really answer questions in the moment, but let's see what it says. You know, you can also spell words wrong and it really can understand what you're talking about. See, okay. Oh, I forgot to put in who is hiring. Oops. So let's go ahead and ask who's hiring. Who is hiring? And you can see I'm not asking about a particular company. I'm just asking about customer service reps. So it will specifically answer based on the conversation. But as I mentioned before, it doesn't have any real-time information. You can see as an AI language model, I do not have access to real-time job listings or hiring information. But they are listing a bunch of specific places that could be hiring. Look at that. Schools, colleges, AT&T, Verizon, Department of State, etc. Lots of options.
I mean, seriously, there's so much that it can be utilized for that it's starting to keep me up at night. Okay, not really. It doesn't keep me up at night, but there's so many things. I created a short list and I just want to talk about these with you. We talked about recipes. It can give you directions. It can give you job ideas. Do you need an exercise routine or a meal plan? Go ahead and ask Chat GPT. What about video ideas? Are you a content creator and you are having a block, a writer's block? Do you need video ideas? Do you need blog post ideas? Not just ideas, it can write the blog post for you. Do you have a lot of reading to do? Do you have a long article that you want to gain the information from, but you don't have the time? Well, put the link in ChatGPT and it will summarize it for you. Do you want to learn Spanish? Do you want to learn guitar? Ask ChatGPT. It can teach you guitar chords. It can teach you basic phrases in Spanish. I'm not kidding. Do you have a hard math problem to solve? Or do you have a book you want to write?
This one really blew my mind. I asked it to write a children's book about witches, and look how quickly it does this. I'm going to hit enter. Look at this. Once upon a time in a magical land far, far away, there were witches. These were not your typical cackling and sinister witches. Oh my gosh. Whole story. Unbelievable. Now, I don't know about the plagiarism aspect. I don't know if you could just copy paste this and sell it. Probably not. But still, it can definitely give you an idea of how you want your story to be laid out, or just in general, things that, you know, phrases like one day a terrible storm swept across the land, destroying homes and crops and causing chaos wherever it went. Maybe you just want to use that idea to generate your own story.
Did you see that? It wrote the book in about 5 seconds. Mind blown.
Then I thought it'll be interesting if they could tell me more about Witch Willow. What kind of person is Witch Willow? So I said, describe Witch Willow. Oh, she's gentle and nurturing, with a love of nature and gardening. She's tall and slender with long flowing hair, the color of the darkest forest. I mean, look at this. It's so specific. It's unbelievable. Now, I don't know how colleges and even high schools are going to be able to compete with this, because what if there's a really hard math problem? Let me make something up. You know, I'm not really a math person and I don't even know how to, I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's say Let's take that number and then let's divide it by 0.72, and let's see if it can solve. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so it's approximately equal to this. I don't know what that means, but the point is, this could be great if you're a student, but you know, you need to do the work, right? Crazy, right? Like really, what is this world coming to? It's unbelievable technology. I can't even get over it. So you can see there are so many positives that can make your life so much easier, but there are also a lot of challenges that I'm not sure how they're going to work through. But what I do know is that it is free. I don't know how long it'll be free, but it is free right now. Are you using Chat GPT? How are you using it? What are you looking forward to using it for? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.